trust.
Thanks to Zane Lowe and the Nations for the last couple of hours on Radio 1. It's Thursday night, it's 9 o'clock. It's In New Music We Trust with me, Pete Tong. Tonight, a 60-minute journey through the world of dance and electronica. Kicking off In New Music We Trust tonight with Bigger Than Big featuring Luciana from the label that's just been nominated for an Ivor Novello, iIndustries. The artist's name is Supermal. Coming up on the show tonight, we'll be having a chat with a bit of a legend, Mr. Louie.Vega.
Well, you know, the Nervous track was a song that we did on Nervous Records, and it was the first song by Nuyorican Soul.
We'll be hearing from you lot on the listening post.
Gemma from Brentwood here, and the track that I'm loving right now is the remix of Sexual Healing.
We find out the clubbing hotspots of Colchester in my scene.
Tunes are just naturally loving life down in Colchester clubbing at the moment.
And we get a recommendation from Giles Peterson.
I've got a great tune for you right now. It comes from Rupert Apple.
And on the news, we'll be giving you the latest dance music-wise on the big weekend in Preston. And we'll be revealing details of a Death Mix weekender. And a new record from the Fatback Band.
Whoa!
first of their tunes was successful about 30 years ago. Feel the Fire, revived for 2007 by the Fatback Band. This is In New Music We Trust with me, Pete Tong, and the hotties continue. This is Soul Heaven by a Swede. His name's Henrik V. From Henrik B, Soul Heaven. For a full track listing of all the music featured, do check out Radio 1 online. If you've got a WAP-enabled phone, then text me the word mobile to 81199. I can put it on there as well.
Times in new music we trust.
And now, it's time for the news. Radio 1's Big Weekend touches down in Preston on the 19th and 20th of May. Now this year it's going to be the biggest free event we've ever held, with over 30 acts confirmed, 3 stages, and all hosted by Radio 1's DJs. The lineup has been announced this week and includes some of the biggest names in music: the Kaiser Chiefs, the Scissor Sisters, Groove Armada, Mark Ronson, and DJ sets from the likes of David Guetta, Seamus Haji, and Mek. Now, for a chance to get a pair of tickets, you need to register online now. Last year, 250,000 people applied for free tickets to Radio 1's Big Weekend. This year, we've got 30,000 tickets up for grabs, so demand will be massive. These tickets are really exclusive, with only a lucky few of you getting your hands on them. Go online now to bbc.co.uk/Radio1 for all the details, and good luck. So get out your lino, your ghetto blasters, and your rope gold chains, and throw on your flyest threads. The Breaking Convention Hip Hop Dance Festival is back, and this time it's on tour around the country, showcasing some of the world's greatest breakdancers. The tour kicks off in the UK at London's Sadler's Wells on the 5th to the 7th of May, then at Newcastle's Theatre Royal on the 9th of May, the Edinburgh Festival Theatre on the 11th and 12th of May, Birmingham's Hippodrome is the location for the 15th and 16th of May, Northampton Demgate on the 19th, Wycombe Swans on the 22nd and 23rd of May, Brighton Dome 25, 26, Sheffield City Hall on the 30th and 31st of May, and finally at the Nottingham Playhouse on the 2nd of June. Get yourself to www.saddlerswells.com to book your tickets. And Def Mix celebrate their 20th anniversary with a world tour. They're spreading the love across the bank holiday weekend at Turnmills in London on the 4th, 5th and 6th of May. All the Def Mix posse will be there, including legends David Morales and Frankie Knuckles. Tune into my show tomorrow from 7 for your chance to win a pair of tickets.
Pete Tong's in New Music We Trust.
Okay, here come 3 of the hottest recommendations from me. We'll start with house music. This is Kurd Maverick, and let's work.
Come on, let's work, 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 let Come on, let's work.
Yes, yo, you don't stop. 1, 2, yo, you don't stop. Yes, yo, you don't stop. 1, 2, yo, you don't stop. Yes, yo, you don't stop. 1, 2, yo, you don't stop. Yes, yo, you don't stop. 1, 2, yo, you don't stop.
Let's Work, brand new from Kurd Maverick, first heard at the Miami Winter Music Conference this year. And techno-wise, you can't go far wrong with Mr. Simon Baker. This is Plastic. very hot right now on the techno scene. Plastic from Simon Baker. And Depeche Mode get a very hot remix from Matt Samuels and a very tasty edit from James Abelia. This is Enjoy the Silence.
Enjoy the silence.
wicked and atmospheric remix from Matt Samuels on Enjoy the Silence from Depeche Mode. Tastily re-edited as well by Mr. James Abelia.
Tongues in new music we trust.
Okay, now on to this week's guest. He's not only a very nice guy, he's not only a legend as far as dance music goes, but he's also one of the most talented and diverse DJs and producers you'll come across. He's one half of Masters at Work, of course. Here is Mr. Louie.Vega.
In new music we trust.
What's up? This is Louie.Vega from Masters at Work and Elements of Life, and you're listening to my man Pete Tong. Key highlights in my career? Oh, goodness. We have a few. First of all, I started Masters at Work with Kenny Dope, my partner, 17 years ago, and It's been amazing ever since. We've created a huge library of music that I'm very proud of, and he is as well. And, I mean, you know, we've gone as far as composing songs for the Super Bowl and performing with Cirque du Soleil in front of 145 million people, forming a band called Elements of Life, which is my band that I've had for 4.5 years now. It's been an amazing journey. We've traveled the world many, many times over, and we're still going. I mean, we've used musicians for many, many years. We started in the early 90s. I mean, when Kenny and I started, it was, you know, just him and I on a drum machine and keyboards, and we were just jamming together. And once we started meeting these great musicians, we created a band called Nuyorican Soul, and created this project that pretty much, I think it changed a lot in dance music at that time, and it's 10 years now. And, I mean, we did an amazing album with all these legends coming together. George Benson, Tito Puente, Eddie Palmieri, Jocelyn Brown, India. I mean, you know, Roy Ayers. It was really a beautiful record that to this day, many people still come and say, you know, it's one of their favorite records of all time, which we're very honored to hear things like that. Well, you know, the Nervous track was a song that we did on Nervous Records, and it was the first song by Nuyorican Soul, and it was the seeds of what happened. At that time, you had everybody from Funkmaster Flex across the board to Giles Peterson to Goldie, Ronnie Size playing the jam. So it was a really incredible record that crossed a lot of barriers. And, I mean, you know, Giles Peterson came up to me one time and he saw the vision, and he was like, look, man, you guys can do an amazing album with this type of style. And Kenny and I were on the same track, and we were like, hey, you know, let's go, let's do it. And Nuyorican Soul was born. Well, you know, Elements of Life is a song. It started with a song that we created in 1999, and that's when the band kind of started coming together. Actually, a few years, maybe 2 years later, I wrote a tune with Blaze. They wrote some amazing lyrics. I wanted a song that was really inspirational and, you know, made a statement and was really poetic, and you know, Elements of Life became that song. And from that song, same thing that happened with the Nervous track. Elements of Life kind of was the seeds to what the whole Elements of Life project came to be. And, you know, it was a mixture of world sounds, you know, music from all over the world, rhythms and from different cultures. And Elements of Life is something that I created, you know, just from a small idea that I had. And it became now my full band after all these years. And, you know, there's 11 of us on stage, and we can practically recreate anything that I make in the studio, so and make it sound just as strong. We kind of let everybody feel the whole Lust CD, the new CD that we have coming out on Susu Records, which is a wonderful CD, and it's something a little different than a lot of the compilations I've ever done, because it's based on these incredible photographs by Jonas Larson, who's a great photographer, and they're real sexy pictures, and you know, I just tried to match the audio with the visual, you know, with his vision and with his, you know, his pictures. I got inspired and put this double CD together of music that kind of spans in a lot of different areas. Susu Records presented me with the concept in January, and I looked at the pictures. Once I saw the pictures, that was it. That's all I needed to see. I mean, you know, I got really inspired. I was like, wow, these are some really sexy pictures. It's not raunchy. It's got a, you know, a real sexy vibe, and you know, you think exactly what it is. It's lust. You know what I'm saying? So I understand there are 21 pictures, I think, and you know, there's a nice listening party that was put together by Susu and company, and you know, the record label and all, and I'm really excited because it's the first time that I do a listening party in a gallery with an artist like Jonas, you know, presenting these incredible pictures. It's a whole new audience for us to go to, and I think that that's what it's about now. You have to, you know, create these new, you know, ways to go with our music, and I think that it's a perfect marriage to combine it with the world of art, you know, because music is art as well. But now, you know, we're combining it with the vision, with the visual. I'm really looking forward to the future, and now I'm getting into movie soundtracks, even doing my own DJ/travel reality show that I'm executive producing, and I'm going to film next week in Naples live. I mean, it's going to be really wonderful. There's a lot of things going on right now with us that we have in store for everybody. New Elements of Life album 2 coming at the end of the year. Look out for it. It's called One Dream. Well, there are people that we haven't worked with. I would love to work with Stevie Wonder, Herbie Hancock, Jose Feliciano. Today, Christina Aguilera. She's amazing. Alicia Keys. I mean, I love great vocalists. Jennifer Hudson. I mean, there's a lot of great vocalists out there. D'Angelo, who I've always wanted to work with. Jill Scott. I mean, I can go on.
In new music, we trust.
What a pleasure to have him on In New Music We Trust, Mr. Louie.Vega. And here comes Jules.
The one for the weekend. Radio 1.
Hey, this is Jules, and here's one for the weekend, and my turn has come around. I waited for it with bated breath, and here it is. This tune, without question, is going to be absolutely vast in all the important places. It has been already in Miami, it will be in Ibiza, and it will undoubtedly appear on a dance floor near you. Peter Gelderblom versus the Red Hot Chili Peppers and Waiting For. Here's one for the weekend.
waiting for Danny the girl to sing songs to me beneath the marquee overload.
to Jules, the final play of his One for the Weekend on Radio 1. And now, let's take a look at some of the albums that I recommend you should be downloading or grabbing this week.
In new music we trust.
Chester Funk is the Leeds club phenomenon of the past couple of years, renowned for its mad-capped atmosphere, a very loyal crowd and upfront house music policy. Yes, the Trophy Twins have mixed the latest slice of KDF, featuring tracks from Axwell, Dave Spoon, Ethan, Plump DJs, Funk Agenda and loads more. It sounds like this.
I like that.
To celebrate the 100th release on Southern Fried Records, label owner Norman Cook and his mighty Dubcats Guys and Brighton's Cage Baby put together a CD each to help tell the story so far. The world's greatest hard dance does exactly what it says on the box. It's 3 CDs of the world's greatest hard dance, mixed by Simon Eve. CD1 is a look back to the 90s. CD2 features tracks from legends Tony DeVee, BK and JX. And CD3 brings you bang up to date with today's best hard dance tracks. Do you want some?
In new music we trust.
Okay, that's my recommendations. Now we're going to cross over to the listening post to hear from you.
Pete Tong in new music we trust.
Pete, it's Robin. The tune I'm loving just now is Headstrong the Truth. Such an amazing tune. Definitely the way trance should sound. Amazing vocals and a bit of a Balearic vibe going on as well, which is always good. Getting me in the mood for the summer. Cheers, Pete.
From Brentwood here, and the track that I'm loving right now is the remix of Sexual Healing. It's such a massive classic tune. I first heard it last week when I went to Liquid. I downloaded it and I just can't stop listening to it on my iPod.
Whenever blue teardrops are falling and my emotional stability is leaving me, there is something I can do. I can get on the telephone and call you up, baby. I know you'll be there to relieve me. The love you give to me will breathe. If you don't know the thing you're dealing, oh, I can't tell you, darling, that it's sexual healing. Baby, I'm hot just like an army. I need some loving. And baby, I can't hold it much longer. It's getting stronger and stronger.
Hi Pete, it's Sarah here. I'm just loving that track Wasted by My Digital Enemy at the moment. Jules played it on his show last weekend and I've had to keep going back to listen again. I've been listening to it all week. The vocals are amazing, it's got a great piano line, I'm absolutely loving it.
Pete Tong's in new music we trust.
In new music we trust.
Many thanks to our listeners for that stellar contribution. If you'd like to be doing that, telling me and the rest of the world about what's turning you on, then all you need to do is go to Radio 1 Online and the In New Music We Trust pages and click on my face, fill in the details, and you never know, you could be on here in 7 days' time. All right, we've been to Liverpool, we've been to Bristol, we've been to Manchester, we've been to Edinburgh. Well, this week, we're going to be taking you to Colchester.
Pete Tong's In New Music We Trust.
Colchester's quite established, I think, for its music scene and for its nightclub scene. We have a great selection of bars and clubs here, whether you're coming up from London or whether you're coming down further from the north. We're really, literally the middle of everything at the moment in Essex.
Colchester's a lot smaller than London. It's about 70 miles out, sort of in the centre of Essex. The nearest other big town is probably Chelmsford. To be honest, there wasn't a great scene for sort of dance music or indie music until sort of the last few years.
All the students are just naturally loving life down in Colchester clubbing at the moment. It's really good down there, so yeah, I'd recommend it to everyone.
Radio 1. My name's Amy. I work at the VIP bar in Escape Nightclub Colchester. Escape Colchester opened in October of last year. In recent weeks, we've enjoyed Trevor Nelson coming down to the club, and he definitely attracted a large crowd, and Fran Cosgrove has been there as well as various local celebrities who pass by just to enjoy the nightlife. They've heard about Escape and are friends of our also sister clubs like Storm in Southend and Mayhem in Southend, and they've come down just to check us out and see what the new baby in the family is like. Colchester's a good combination of different scenes, different musics and different tastes. Well, we've got the university crowd. We also have it's a garrison town, so we have quite a large number of young men and women coming through with the army. Also a very commercial scene. We get a lot of people who are looking for the enjoyable nightclub, club classics and cheese, and we can provide them all in abundance.
I'm Phil, I'm from Essex Union and I look after all the events at the Union. The campus itself has about 2,500 students on it, but there's about 8,000 in total. We've got basically a few different venues and also a brand new nightclub which we just spent £1.2 million on. Take 1,200 people in it. It's actually the newest venue in Colchester at the moment. We've got everything from basically a few sort of cheesy nights, which are our flirt nights on Friday, and then onto our Saturday nights, which we have as feature nights. So we have Annie Mac down, Pam's House, Pendulum, Judge Jules, Head Candy events as well quite regularly, and obviously the Ministry of Sound. There's quite a whole host of student DJs who are sort of just playing around the Colchester area. Nimble Fingers, who's basically an R&B DJ, he's quality. There's DJ Frantic as well, so it'll be interesting to see how they get on over the sort of next few years, and if we actually see them breaking onto the scene a little bit more. Yeah, if you want to find out any more information about coming down to Colchester or on the campus at Essex, then just go to essexstudent.com, and you don't need to be a student at all to come down. Everyone's welcome, just come and have a good time.
Hi there, my name's Matt Walsh. I'm originally from Colchester, now living in London. I've been running a night in Colchester for the last 3 years called Milkshake, which is at Root Nightclub on a Thursday night. Since then, I've been lucky enough to play at Bugged Out at the end. I've played at Fabric for the Beetroot Field night. And over the summer, I'm playing in Ibiza a few times. And also, the next couple of weeks, I'm playing at a night at T-Bar with Tiga. There's a few other places to go in Colchester, but Root is probably the least commercial of all of these. It's got a strict door policy of people that are allowed in. Our night's called Milkshake, which is on a Thursday. This night's sort of indie and a bit of electro music as well. We have live bands. We've had guests so far, such as the Noisettes, Shakes, Bon I Must Die. On the 17th of May, we've got the Mystery Jets playing. We also have dance nights on every bank holiday Sunday called Infectious. Previous guests have been Meet Katie, DJ Friendly, and most recently the Righteous Rockers, and also Phil Kieran played with him. I mean, it's been going for a little while now, so we've got quite a cool crowd of people that are based in Colchester as well. I'd like to think people come from London. That'd be good someday if they did.
I think people think that Colchester is a small town with a big town mentality, or the other way round. But generally speaking, Colchester's got a hell of a lot to offer. It's a massive place with a hell of a lot of people looking for a good night out and good places to go. Nowhere really is too far to travel. You can be anywhere within minutes if you hop in a taxi, or even walking distance. So it's quite a popular place to be.
I suppose without starting in Colchester, I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing now. So I'm pleased I'm from there, really.
In new music we trust.
Many thanks to the people of Colchester for hosting my scene this week. And the top notch continues this contribution from the world of trance. It's called Ricochet. Features a lot on Jules' show. It's by Richard Durand. bringing you up to speed with the full-rounded dance and electronic music experience. Ricochet there. We'll take a sharp right turn there and take a listen to the hot new record from Pendulum.
Play it loud.
ruling the drum and bass scene over the last 18 months. It's on Breakbeat Chaos. It's called Blood Sugar by Pendulum. For more of that, don't forget Friday night on Radio 1 with Fabio and Grooverider.
In new music we trust.
I do hope you've enjoyed our survey of the world of dance and electronic music tonight. We're 55 minutes in pretty much of our 60, which means I'm still going to cram in 5 more for the future. First up, brand new record from Koshin.
Is it over now? Over something that you overheard? It's over dramatized, over complicated over here. All your clever talk leaves you tongue tied. It's overkill. You wanna fix it with your hands tied. You never will.
It's great to hear that voice back in circulation. Roadkill, the Ira and the Mito remix of the new tune from Koshin. And this was last week's essential new tune on Friday night. Presses all the buttons. It's Love Is Gone, the Lister and Gerard remix, the brand new tune from Mr. David Guetta. And here's Giles.
Pete, it's Giles Peterson. I've got a great tune for you right now. It comes from Rupert Apple. He was a member of Fauna Flash. He's also worked with Peter Kruder on Vum Vum, and he's got his own solo stuff out. It's coming out of Munich. It's got that German feel, but it's a little bit experimental.
Changes, brand new from Rupert Apple. An excellent choice from Mr. Giles Peterson. And Dubfire has a remix. DJ Cedric Gervais remixes Roadkill for Dubfire. And before we go, I've got to play you some of this. We featured it on Friday night. It's coming out on 679 Records. Been huge for the likes of Ross Allen and Errol Alkan. It is Mr. Frankie Valli. Yes, that is the guy that sung Grease is the Word. Here it comes. This is Begging. Perfect way to hand over to Mr. Colin Murray, Begging from Frankie Valli, forthcoming on 679. Don't forget to join me, Pete Tong. We do the official start of the weekend, 7 o'clock tomorrow here on this station.